tendency to hit people.
It's rolling?
It's rolling, yeah, you roll away. So if there's something you say that I don't like, don't worry about it, I'll just hit you. And then the interview will be over. I'll knock you out.
Okay, so we're okay for...
Yep.
We're already rolling.
Yeah, actually we may be...
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We're already rolling.
Yeah, we are actually.
This is part of the show now, Paul.
Okay.
He said he
Hi, how you doing? I'm Casper. I'm Casper.
Casper?
Yes.
I'm Nat. Nice to meet you.
What's
Nat.
Nat, I love it.
Oh, Nat.
Cool. Casper and Nat. There you go.
Really awesome.
Nice to meet you, Nat.
I'm not even a smoker, and I want that pipe.
She's a pipe?
It's not one of those electric cigarettes, but it's a pipe. It's just on me. She looks cool too. I don't know.
Yeah, you and I would look like the biggest door out in the world.
Yeah, look at like Gandalf knockoff.
Gandalf knockoff. Hey, yeah, there you go. Look at it. This is my pipe I'm smoking. What are you doing?
I'm not in, right?
Yeah, you're not shot.
We're already going. I assume.
We got it.
We're totally rolling. This whole interview is already done. It's over already.
Nice to meet
That's
you.
great. That was nice to meet you too.
So, welcome. I don't have to say who you are because everybody knows who you are.
Nobody knows who I am. You do. A couple geeks do. A couple nut jobs, and you.
I've been to Comic Cons, and so have you. And I've heard the crowds. People know who you are.
Yeah, some of them do. They know me, but they know me as Johnny Rico. They don't know me as Casper anymore. It's like Johnny Rico. I'm like, it's an interesting thing. It's 18 years later, and I'm still known for that. I was never Johnny before that, but I'll be Johnny till the day I die, or Rico till the day I die, whatever it is.
Is that a bad thing?
It's awesome.
Okay.
It's the coolest thing. Yeah, you know, as an actor, you sit there and you do different projects, and you hope you get one of those films where people. I mean, if you're a geeky actor like me, where you love movies and you love, you know the history of films, and you love, you just watch so many films and you love it and you're a fan of it. You look for those films that you quote. You know, those movies that you're like, oh, I love that movie, and I just have to watch it again. And to be in one where people quote so many of your lines or lines from the movie, you sit there and you go, that's pretty awesome. And I did that 18 years ago, and I get tweeted or Facebooked or Instagram a quote from it, several quotes from it a day, to this day. And it was interesting. My daughter sent me something. She sent me a meme. It's a picture of me before we're on the drop ship when we're about to drop, and it says "Desire to know more intensifies." It's this meme that went out, and so she's like, "Dad, you have no idea. There's a resurgence of it at college, and everybody's watching it, and they're all like, oh my God, I can't believe your friend's dad is Johnny Rico and all this other stuff." So she sent me that, and then I put up the meme on my websites. And everybody's like, glad to see you embracing your meme. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but I put it up. So it's fun.
So when you, obviously you've got a couple projects going on now, but up until then, is that, so how can I put this? When you go into a con and stuff like that, is it harder to get away from them when you're trying to promote something new that you're working on, or you just sort of slide it in whenever you can?
I don't give a shit about anything. You know, I have fun. I love. Are we allowed to swear in here?
Yeah, we're web-based. You can say whatever you want.
Oh, good, because I didn't fucking know. I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, oh shit.
No. We'll put up a parental guidance warning. You can say whatever you want.
Casper Van Dien's a swearer. The thing about it is I love films, and like 100 years ago I did Wing Commander 4 with Mark Hamill. The only reason why I did it is I wanted to sign some of my Star Wars cards for my son. So I was like, everybody's like, I'm like, Mark Hamill, and I'm like, oh my God, Luke Skywalker. So I'm such, so do I care that people know me more for Starship Troopers than anything else? No, not at all. It's one of the biggest thrills of my life. So I love doing that kind of stuff. I love that they still recognize that, and that they still do that, and that they quote that movie. It's a big part of their lives, and they want to ask me questions about it, and it's just fun.
But you obviously enjoy what you're doing. I mean, for anyone who's had the fortune, I would say fortune, of checking out Grim Avengers. There's no question you're having fun in that movie.
Avengers Grim was it was a lot of fun for me to do. The director of that, who wrote it, he said he wrote it with me in mind, and he had been my DIT on the first film that I directed. And so he was, and then he was editor on another film, and I got him to, he said, hey, I want you to be in this, and I went and I did it, and I had a blast, yeah. Some people were saying I was chewing up the scenery, and chewing up the scenes or whatever, like Charlton Heston on steroids or something.
Is it possible to ham it up more in a movie like that though? And that's sort of the purpose of it, is really just to...
I wish I could have done even more. I would have loved to have gone more, but I think they were trying to pull me back a little bit.
Fair enough.
Which is great. But I think that those are the ones you're supposed to ham it up in. You know, have fun in that. It's the ridiculous things. When I get to be in something like that, I'm like, you know what it is. I think earlier on in my career, a lot of times the people would be like, no, this is serious. And I'm like, nah, this is really not serious. This is not Shakespeare.
Yeah.
There's no shake and there's no spear in it whatsoever.
Well, even a movie like a Paul Verhoeven movie, I mean,
yeah,
you can only take that seriously to a point, and then...
Well, there were some times when I would look at Paul Verhoeven and I would go, come on, Paul, I can't say it like that. He goes, no, this is great, this is great. And so I would just follow what my director did. And you know, he's a brilliant filmmaker. And yeah, everybody has their hits and misses, but he's just somebody for me. I'm inspired by his drive and his passions, and you know, it's wonderful to be around, and it's infectious.
So years later, you revisited the character of Rico. Why? What was the drive for that?
Ed Neumeyer, who wrote Starship Troopers, who wrote RoboCop, is incredibly dark, sick, and perverted, and he's one of my best friends. And he approached me about being in Starship Troopers 3 and bringing Rico back, and he's like, we don't have any money, we don't have this, but you know, why don't you come to South Africa and let's have some fun. And so I went, and I had a blast with him, and it was interesting to put that uniform back on and then see the reactions of the crew. Mm-hmm. They're like, everybody, you know, because I'm in the uniform, I'm trying to read, and they're like, oh my God, and everybody wanted to take a picture, and everyone wanted to do that. So it's fascinating. I did a movie last year called June, and it's out right now. I filmed it last year, and on the last day I saw somebody with a Death from Above tattoo, and I go, what is that? And I go, oh no, he saw it. Well, the whole crew, 90 people, put on Death from Above tattoos, and our crew picture is all of them doing the pose. And it's the most surreal thing that a movie, you know, 18 years later still have an effect like that. Even the little actresses were wearing it. It's surreal, and you meet people and you sit there and you go, you're just thrilled to be a part of something like that. I am. I love it.
So how would that transition to something like, what are you doing, Con Man and that sort of thing?
Con Man, well, Alan, Alan Tudyk asked me to be his part of his personality, I guess. Best way to describe it. It's the easiest job I've had and the most fun, and so many great people. And Nathan Fillion was, I've known him for 152,000 billion years back in the Stone Age when we were both kids. Well, he was a real kid. I was just a younger man. But he was in it, and it was just thrilled to be around those guys, and I love them, and they're so sweet and so talented, and there was such an amazing group of people to be around there, and there's so much, you know, the Con Man is all funded by the fans, 45,000 people who made $3.2 million worth of 3.3 or 3.5 million, whatever, highest for Vimeo. They created this, you know, everything on the pre-sales on Vimeo and all these other things. That series did so well, and they're gonna do a second season. I'm thrilled to be a part of it. So
are you slated to be on?
He said he wants me to, so we'll see.
All right.
You know, he seems to be a man of his word. So, and he loves the fans, and he can genuinely see it in the way he honors them in this, and it's just a thrill to be around people like that. So I love that. It was great to be around them.
Regardless of your roles, you seem to be just a general, really positive person, very personal with everyone.
Fuck you, man. Beat you up for saying something like that.
Like watching you on, because, you know, obviously we follow Twitter and Facebook and all stuff, and aside from the insanity that sometimes gets posted on there, you do have a lot of, you actually interact with people quite often. This was being kind of stepped back from fans and media in general. Do you ever have problems with that, or is it just
I do, and then I block them, and if I meet them, I kill them.
Oh, all right.
And I bury them where they can never be found.
Don't say where.
Where they can never be found.
Okay.
So, in general, I feel very positive about it, because I just feel like I'm ridding the world of people that don't like me. And as long as they like me, I'm okay. But if they don't like me, I'm going to kill them and bury them somewhere.
Okay. Well, you're in the